Since the dawn of time, mankind has been confronted by two questions. What is minimalism? Do its adherents age? Also, what is time even? When you arise in the morning, think of what a privilege it is to own no thing, to be nothing. This is what you ought to practice from morning till evening. Begin with the most trifling of things you spend your time on: scrolling your phone, watching YouTube videos, commenting sarcastically online. Then advance to the time you spend sustaining yourself, eating, drinking, and shitting. Look about on every side and cast these things away from you. Purify your judgments, for fear lest something of what is not your own may be fastened to them, or grown together with them, and may give you pain when it is torn loose. Freeing oneself from the materialism of time lies at the core of minimalism. Even ancient minimalist sages weren't perfect at it. As the great founder of minimalism once said, "Waste time not talking about what a minimalist should be one." Were you made to accumulate things which you cannot bring with you into death? Or were you meant to do the work of a minimalist? Think of yourself as dead. You have lived your life. Now take what's left and live it minimalistically. Is that even a word? The minimalist will possess as much as he ought, not as much as he can. He reflects concerning the quality and not the quantity of his things. Materialism smiles at us all, but all a minimalist can do is smile back. The bravest sight in the world is to see a great minimalist struggling against materialism. We accumulate things more often in imagination than in reality. You want to downsize, but do you even know how to minimalize? You are scared of needing that one thing on your deathbed. But tell me, aren't you practically on your deathbed right now? It is not death that a minimalist should fear, but he should fear never beginning to minimalize. Sometimes, even to age is an act of getting old. It is not because you have too much that you're not a minimalist. It is because you're not a minimalist that you have too much. It is not the minimalist who dies young, but the materialist that exists long that is old. Minimalism is what happens when consumerism meets catharsis. The world turns aside to let any minimalist pass who knows what he is getting rid of. It is the nature of the minimalist to resist things, but the foolish to be a slave to them. No minimalist is free who is not a master of his things. If you want to exist longer, assume that materialism awaits you around the corner. Between birth and death, there is time, and in that time lays our power to choose whether we want to be minimalists or not. Do everything as if it was the thought and action of a minimalist on his deathbed. Every night before going to sleep, we must ask ourselves, what thing did I discard today? What unnecessary burden did I descend from my shoulders? It's possible to be happy even in the good old days. In conclusion, minimalists do age, but they do not get old.